Hey neck crackers, let me guess how your day goes. You crack your neck, it feels great. 20 minutes later, you're right back to where you started. So you crack it again. And by 4 p.m., you've cracked your neck so many times you can't even begin to count. Sometimes I'll ask my patients how often they crack their own necks. They'll shrug their shoulders and they'll say, I'm not sure. So they go ahead and they count and they're shocked. The record in my office is a gentleman who counted 55 in one day. 55. At that point, it's not even a treatment, it's a hobby. Here's the thing though, you're not doing it because you lack willpower. You're doing it because it works. Just not the way that you think it works though. I'm Dr. Rob Murray. I've been practicing at Murray Family Chiropractic in Newmarket, Ontario, Canada since 2002. And this is probably the most common habit that I see walk through my door. Today, I'm going to give you a 5-day, 5-step plan to break this habit. And more importantly, to fix the thing that's causing the urge in the first place. Make sure to stay to the end. Most people find that their urge to crack their neck drops dramatically when they make their way up to step 4. And ironically, it has nothing to do with your neck. So here's my 5-day, 5-step program to get you away from neck cracking. Let's do this. Okay, so here's a game plan for people that understand that their issue is coming from their neck and that they like to crack their own neck. Cracking your own neck usually ends up being a coping strategy for people who have an underlying neck misalignment or other type of issue going on in their spine. So here's what's happening when you actually crack your neck. When you twist your neck and you get that popping sound, you will get some instant relief. It's a nervous system response created by some hormones called endorphins, and it feels good. But it's not fixing the underlying issue, and about 20 minutes later, you will feel like you need to do it again. One of the problems with cracking your own neck is that when you do this motion, the vertebrae that are moving and stretching and causing the popping sounds are the vertebrae that are already moving well. The segment that's out of alignment and that's stuck is not moving. It's not releasing pressure, and it's still the underlying issue after you crack your neck. The only segments that are producing the cracking sound are the loose ones that were hyperextending and potentially over time causing ligament damage. So here's a game plan if you want to get out of the addiction of cracking your own neck and possibly causing more damage to it. Step number 1 is count how often you're doing it. For 3 days, count every time that you crack your neck. Do it at your normal frequency. Count each one, and by the end of those 3 days, you will be shocked at how many times you've cracked your neck, and that will be far more impactful on you in regards to stopping your habit than me just telling you to stop. Step 2 is ride out the urge. So when that feeling comes on, resist the urge to crack your neck, relax, get into a good posture, move your head around a little bit, ride it out, give it a minute, and you will see that that urge will go away. Step 3 is to replace force with motion. So we're going to take out the force of cracking your neck and we're going to increase motion to your neck. So say you go to ride out the urge and you still feel like you are irritated, then what we can do now is a great neck motion called a chin tuck, where you glide your chin back, you're making double chins, hold it for a second, and then return to your normal position and repeat this motion about 10 times. When doing this, make sure that you're not tilting your head back. This is just a simple glide and hold for a second or two and then relax. Step 4 is go after your mid-back. 9 times out of 10 that people have a stiff neck, it's actually because their upper back is being overused and tired and it's placing extra stress on their neck. A great tension relief for the upper back is to drape yourself backwards over the edge of a bed, over a chair while you're sitting in it. You can use an exercise ball, or at the very least, just lie down on the floor and drape your arms back and let your head rest on the floor, and that will start to reduce the tension in between your shoulder blades and in your upper back. And step 5 is to never crank your neck. Resist the urge to take both hands and torque your neck past its normal range of motion. I'm going to ask you to stop this entirely. It's the highest forced, lowest control movement that you can do to your neck. And it's the type of movement that is most likely to cause an issue with your neck over time. So do these 5 steps, and the good news is most of the urges to crack your neck really start to die out quite quickly. Most of my patients report that they notice that they don't feel the urge to crank their neck anymore after about 2 weeks. Okay, time for a quick honest note here. If you're cracking your neck constantly, something is genuinely uncomfortable. I get that. It's not in your head. Your habit to crack your neck is in response to a real problem, but cracking your neck is just not an effective fix. Get it checked by a healthcare professional if your neck pain has been lingering for more than 2 or 3 weeks. If you have headaches coming from the base of your skull, if you have numbness or tingling down into your arms and hands, if you had a car accident and a bad fall, and then your neck symptoms start to come on afterwards. The underlying cause for why you need to crack your neck can be diagnosed and treated properly. But you need a healthcare professional to properly examine your neck to see if any segments of your spine are misaligned, if any nerves are being pinched, and if there's any issues with any of your muscles. And that's the one part of all of this that you just can't do yourself. So in summary, count how many times you crack your neck for 3 days to get an average. Ride out one urge. Swap a forceful crack for a slow, methodical stretch. Open up your mid-back and watch the number of times that you crack your neck in a day start to decrease. But more importantly, you're going to feel better. If you do my 5 steps and you still feel that you have that habit to crack your neck too often, or if you have any of the aforementioned warning signs that indicate that you should get checked, I would recommend looking up a well-reviewed chiropractor in your area to get properly examined. If you're in the GTA, the Greater Toronto area, feel free to reach out to my office. I'm in Newmarket and I help people from all over York Region with this exact situation. Most of my patients tend to be desk workers who've been working on computers for decades, and their mid-back and neck area have developed some really bad degenerative habits over the years. Links to my clinic are in the description below if you'd like to get checked. And don't forget to comment. I want to know your number. How many times a day were you cracking your neck before doing the 5-day plan? And now how many times a day are you cracking your neck now? I'd love to hear your success stories, and I'd also like to help you with your challenges. And if this was useful to you, go ahead and subscribe. I put out a new video every week on neck pain, arm tingling, hand numbness, headaches, balance and posture issues, inner ear vertigo, dizziness. Anything to do with the neck and head area, I will help you make it better. And if you cracked your neck at any time during this video, and I know some of you did, that's tally mark number 1. Day 1 has started for you. Start counting how often you crack your neck in the next 24 hours. See you next week.